Good evening, everybody. This is Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. Sorry about that. Oh, it's cold here in Cleveland and it's wet and it's damp. Okay. So, excuse me for my apparel because I'm trying to stay warm without turning my heat up sky high. Um, I got all my hair cut off, so I'm a little bald right now, so I was like, I throw the cap on my head because I was running up and down the stairs trying to do laundry. If you're watching the replay, please do hit that notification button so that you will be notified of any new videos I may upload and show me that you like me just a little bit. Will be greatly appreciated. Hey, Dolores, thank you, sweetie. Without you, I couldn't be here tonight. Guaranteed. Cassandra South Fulton. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I mm, gladly appreciate that. Yes, indeedy. Um, in your state or city, drop your temperatures. Let me know what it's like for you guys. Because, like I said, it's been cloudy and gloomy and raining all day today. I was out in it and I hurried up, was jumping in and out the car. I had to do some grocery shopping. I wasn't going to wait till the weekend. I was like, old Mother Hubbard's cupboards was looking a little bare. So my friend came and got me and we went shopping. I'm exhausted too. Shopping for me is a big ordeal. I live on the second floor of a two-family. There's no elevator here. So when you got 20, anywhere between 15, 20 bags of groceries and heavy stuff, it takes a little out of you. Yeah. I have a neighbor's son who will come and help me out. He'll get my water, cases of water for me and bring them upstairs because I can't do that anymore. Yeah, but if you still, dragging milk and juice and all that stuff, it gets heavy after a while. Mm, I appreciate it. Okay, Cassandra's saying hi. Oh, that's right. It's on the slow mode, so you guys will be coming in, but it'll be a little slower pace than usual. I should have just made it like 14 seconds instead of 60 because it's going to take a minute for everybody to kind of fall in. Thanks, everyone, though, who's going to be coming into the chat in advance. If you're listening, I greatly appreciate you. I do, I do, I do. Dolores, is there any way I can change that time to not be so long? 60 seconds is a long time. 10 or 15 should be long enough for slow mode because I'll be here all day. All right, see, now I just jumped. Hey, Serena, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. The chat just jumped, and I don't even know who the other folks was. Oh, there you go. I've learned how to find out how I can scroll up. It's 53 degrees here in Atlanta. Okay. All right. It's saying rain tonight. I'm looking on my computer. It's been raining all day on and off, and it's cold rain. It's that chilling rain that if you get wet, it goes all the way through to the bone. So you got to be kind of careful when you're out here. You got to dress properly. I have rain boots, so it was not an issue. Hey, Odom, what's up? Odom, are you coming on after me at 9 o'clock this evening? Oh, okay, you say yes, you could change it. Yeah, well, I ain't gonna change it now. I'm scared I'll screw it up. I made it in here and I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, or let me know if you come on at 9 this evening. I wasn't sure if you were or not. I know sometimes your work schedule have you like every other week, if possible. Yeah, I ain't kidding y'all. This is that wet, cold that that chills you, goes all the way through the bone. You can still have on the right rain gear, and I have on a t-shirt and I got on a sweatshirt over it, and I'm about ready to take my heat and turn it up a notch. Okay, all right. Because what I want to do, Odom, is after folks leave here, for the ones who will leave early, going over to your side, because I know a lot of them are moderators. So All right. Just want to know how to segue from me to you. All right. Oda, what's your temperature there in Tennessee? I was watching you the other day how you was cleaning out your garden as well. I hope I can get some okra next year. Don't forget the link is pinned to the top for guests. Okay. Thank you. Serena says temperatures are expected to tumble 20 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit next week in Oklahoma. Well, they're already doing it here. Ah, Mike say he was stuck in an ad loop. That's all right, Mike. That them ads help bring us some coins. I know I was on Brooks one Sunday evening. I think he had I got in mine like 10 to 14 different ads. I was like, some of them was back to back. So he said the more ad commercials you get, more money you make. Odo said it's 64 today, 48 tonight. Well, it's 48 degrees now, and it's 32 tonight. Yeah, it's cold here. When I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning, it was just 39 degrees. Yeah, might say 45 there. Okay. Yeah, I got the frost cover over my green stock, so it's doing okay. Hey, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. What's up, boo? Yeah, I still have the frost cover on my green stock outside. I wanted to take it off so I could get some of this God's water here, the rain, but it's been too cold. I'm scared to, once you take it off, it drops the temperature from the inside. So I don't think they dry. They look you kind of see through it and it looks pretty healthy. Tixie, what's up, baby girl? How are you? How's your ankle doing? How you feeling? Are you being hard hit or are you listening to the doctors? Because the other day you was talking about all the stuff you was planting, and then you was getting off a couple of lives kind of on the early tip. Normally you hang for the long run. I was looking for you to be on Tampa's late last night, but her and David was hanging tough. I didn't get in the chat, but I sat and watched it. Yeah. My question to y'all tonight is, I forgot. That's what happened when you get old. Old age will do you like that. Oh, if you could turn back the hands of time, would you? Broke, what's up, Ricky? How are you this evening? Are you at work or driving to work or what? I was looking at you cropping them greens on that video, and I was like, look at you. You got all kinds of good stuff. Them greasy greens was showing up looking good. I was like, your greens look good, but I think CC got you beat, though. CC stuff, boy. It was like, woo. I just love you guys. I mean, y'all is throwing down. You're proving the point whereas you can grow and feed your family. No matter what zone you live in, you can grow something. Yeah. Ooh, it's 49 here in Maryland and rainy. Yeah, it's been raining here all day. Hey, CC, was your ears burning? I was telling Broke his greens look good, but I think you got him topped just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I was looking at yours. I was like, ooh, yes, indeed. Yes, cold. Oh, you home chilling. Okay. Cold beer, cold beer. Or we drinking some good old wine. Yeah. So, all right, y'all. What do you think about the question for tonight? How'd y'all like my new thumbnail? Dolores helped me put it together. Me and Dolores was on the phone from 10 o'clock last night to 1 o'clock this morning, trying to get the kinks out of my system because it's old. I need an upgrade on my computer. But she helped me so much. I mean, she took me to a whole new level. You see the picture and even throw Annie in there, for a little color. Yeah, so if you could turn back the hands of times, would you? And what would you do? Don't 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 nothing get old but clothes. Oh, I had to take the time to read that. Thank you, Queen. Growing what I eat. Thank you so much. Country, Hustle. Good evening, sweetheart. How are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Sina Renee. Hello. Thank you for coming in this evening. I appreciate you. Catherine Jackson. How are you, darling? Thank you for coming in. Everybody saying hello. Uh, TG say, my ankle's healing nicely. I'm being good, ma'am. Thanks for asking. How are you? I'm a little chill. My knee been acting up. I have osteoarthritis and stuff get to aching and swelling and carrying on. And I was like, you know what? As an individual, I'm not always going to say women because the majority of them too, but men as well. When you have aches and pains, you don't let that stop you unless it's crippling you. I mean, life don't stop going on just because you hurting. I'm like, it might slow you down to a certain degree where you're not walking through a mall or long distance or whatever like that. But for the most part, we either take a couple of pain pills or you get up and stretch, hoping that you can get some of the kinks out, and then you keep it moving. You don't let it stop you. Just like Tigsy, you proved a point by planting fruit trees and veggies and all kinds of stuff out in your garden. I'm on the second floor of a two-family. I did laundry today, and I had to go up. Now let me tell you the kind of steps I got. When I walk out my door, it's 7 steps and a landing. Another 7 steps, another landing. 5 more steps is a landing. And then 8 more steps into the basement. Now try doing that 2 or 3 times a day. And I did grocery shopping today and I did 2 loads of clothes. I'm surprised I'm even still woke right now because I am exhausted. If I was to close one eye, I guarantee the other one would close right behind it. I'm that tired. But it's what I got to do. Wait a minute. All right, I'm trying to read the chat. It was going up and down. Heck yeah, I do, Miss Shirley. Yeah. Everybody saying hello. Glad to be my age. Don't want to go back. Okay. I think I go back, not have bad relationships, but everything got me to here. So I'll say same path. All right. Nikki said I would love to go back and change some things. I would also not change some things because I am the person I am today because of it. True that. Okay. No, I don't think I would. All right. I love the new thumbnail. Thank you. Thank you. Dolores did that. She worked with me. She showed me and helped me and we got it on there. Yeah. She's amazing. That lady got skills like you wouldn't believe. And I appreciate her all day long. Can't beat it. It looks like my Long Island cheese pumpkin is barely attached to the vine and it's ripening. Oh, hey, don't knock it. Let it go for what it know. When I eat, some folks saying hi to one another. Bayou Sugar. What's up, baby girl? I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Bayou Sugar. Thank you for stopping in. Are you at work, on your way to work, or are you off tonight? I enjoy watching you doing your little seedlings, getting your garden started. Would you say broke farmers in the building? Yeah, Kathleen. He's here. Oh, everybody saying hello to one another. The only reason I'm asking this question is that I've learned so much from this garden community till I wish I was maybe about 10, maybe 15 years younger than what I am now to implement all the new stuff I've learned. I'm not getting younger, I'm getting more mature, but my body has a different idea about what's going on too. The things I used to do, I can't do a lot of them anymore. Picking up a 15, 20 pound bag of mulch or soil wasn't a big deal. You know, even dragging it is become too much now for me. And now that I have to have knee surgeries, there's just certain things I definitely will not be able to do once I had these surgeries done. So I'm looking at it from a different point of view than most people. Yeah, it's a few things in my life I wish I could change, but it's like you say, to a certain extent, it has made me the person I am now. I just made it to work. Okay. All right. You be careful. Have a good evening. And, but for the most part, the gardening situation, I would really love because I would have a lot more stamina. Because years ago, I used to go out my garden from the time the sun came up to the time the sun went down on my off days when I was still working. And I can't do that now. I can go out there for about 2 or 3 hours during the day before it gets hot because I would get up super early. And then maybe if I got enough energy later on that evening, I might come back out and do a few more things. So in the sense of gardening, yeah, and like I said, if I knew then what I know now, um, it would be a whole different setup as far as my garden. It would be. When did the chicken blush when she saw the turkey dressing? Okay. Cassandra said, I don't think I would go back. I went through a lot to get here and wouldn't want to do it again. True. Certain things, yeah. Good question. I do, but I don't. Would love to see my people, how they were before they were brought to this land. How far we're how far are we talking going back? Well, I ain't talking about Moses. You know what I'm saying? Growing with age, I'll say. Mm, now that's a good question too. I would say within the last 10 years, because a lot have changed the last 10 years with COVID and all the other stuff that followed after it. Not before, but after, because everybody had different lives before COVID hit, and then the whole world changed. So it's not just us in the garden community; the whole world changed because of that pandemic. So I would say within the last 10 years. Uh, Senior Renee said, I do wish I thought of gardening and self sufficiency at least 10 years ago. Yeah. I've always gardened, but there's a lot of new methods that I've learned. Hey, backyard garden, Flo. How are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Jigs, J3GS Farms. How are you, darling? Thank you very much. I was told that I couldn't say the long hey. I just have to say the short hey. So I got scolded when I put too many Y's on the last time I said hey to you. Oh, we got jealous folks in the chat. Pretty girl. Good evening. Thank you for stopping in. I greatly appreciate you. Odom said 10 years. Yes, I will go back. Okay. Okay. Because, like I said, a lot of you guys in the chat are new gardeners that have 5 years or less in gardening. A small percentage of you have been gardening longer than that. And even a smaller percentage um, haven't been on YouTube that long. So it's a lot of things that has happened in the last 10 years. Catherine said, if I could go back 10 years, I would do more self-sufficient research and practice. Yeah. Yeah. 10 years doesn't seem like a super long time, but it would make a big difference. I would love to go back 10 years. Okay. Yeah. 10 years is not as bad as some people think it is, but it's according to what was going on in your life at that particular time will make a difference whether or not you would actually want to go back 10 years or whether or not you like, nah, I'm good. I'm where I need to be or want to be, or I'm getting to where I want to be. 5 years or less, then I'm a new gardener. Yeah, you are, bro. Because I never heard of you before. uh, uh, no, J3 Fine, you behaving. No, he don't behave. Yes, a lot of people gets jelly. Oh, I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot of things have changed. For one thing, there has been people that's been in our chat that's been on YouTube for a long time that we did not know was there, and they were in different capacities. And they switched up a little bit and kind of catered towards the gardening community. Stop on garden supplies before the garden boom of 2020. Okay. Oh, hey, Darth, how are you? If I could go back, I wouldn't work a night shift job and I'd plant more trees. I love night shift, Darth. I couldn't stand daytime. Them nurses on my job, oh, I'd have killed all them heifers because they was just too much. I don't think I'd go back. It's just maybe wished I hadn't done stupid things to injure myself doing stupid stuff. I might not. Oh, the chat just took off. All right, let me see. I might not remember everything, but my body is reminding me now. Yeah, it'll do. As a child, I fell out of a tree backwards, going down a couple of branches, hitting them on the way down. Yeah, make me think about Tyrone Davis turning back the hands of time. Yeah, there's a lot of little things that I think we all would have loved to have avoided, but it made us, some of us, who we are today. Hey, PIA, passionately intrigued arts and more. I was watching you do that, what they call it, charcuterie board with the grapes. I didn't get a chance to comment, but I watched you put it together. It was nice. Yeah, everybody saying hello. Mike, I Mike got it today. So whatever package Mike sent you today, PIA says she got it. So she's good. So my question again to all of you, if you could turn back the hands of time, would you? And we narrowed it down to 10 years. Yeah. So yeah. And during this time, I've seen my oldest granddaughter get married, have a baby. Her and her husband bought their second house, and this is bigger because they needed more rooms. Hopefully, it might be a second baby. And I'm overjoyed with it because this is a fifth generation, and that's my great granddaughter, and she loves her nana. I was over there the other day, and she woke up for a nap. So when I went into the nursery to get her, she pushed her mom. I mean, she literally pushed her mama out the way and put her arms up to me. And my granddaughter said, "Did you just push me out the way?" And I was cracking up. I was like, "Yeah, she want her nana." It was so cute. Oh, I mean, she literally pushed her mama out the way and put her arms up for me. I told that's my girl. She walking and talking. I asked her, "Then you ready to eat? Eat?" She looked at me and went, "Yes." I was like, "Oh, we know what we made, huh? All right." Brooke says, I go back with my present day knowledge. That's what I'm saying, bro. Even for me, I've been gardening literally all my life. As my grandmother used to say, knee high to a duck. I was out in the garden with her, digging holes and helping her plant stuff. So for all the new stuff I've learned since I have came to this garden community, if I could have had this knowledge of some of this stuff 10 years back, I would be an awesome force to deal with. The design, the additives to the soil to help, you know, just improved gardening in itself. Now, I always used to take fencing and make a circle, and I would actually build a compost pile out of it. And all my leaves and stuff I would collect and put in there. And I knew what leaf mold was, but I didn't know what it really meant to the soil other than to replenish it. I didn't know how it was uh, the nutrients that was in it. I just knew it attracted earthworms in turn, which help aerate the soil, improve your drainage, and brought worm castings. GT, what's up? J3 says 10 years would be good. Some things that took place in 2019 would never happen again. Oh, yeah. Just about everything that's going on now won't happen again. Hey everybody, hi Miss Shirley, just getting home from work. All right, I'm glad you made it home safe and sound, and glad you had time to just turn me on. Maybe you got other stuff to do, but I appreciate you stopping in here. Yeah, Rooster. Oh, Big Rooster in here. I see people saying Rooster. I was watching y'all on Miss Ellen's earlier, doing her. Oh, okay. Hey, Big Rooster and Sylvia. Um, Earlier, but I had just got in from grocery shopping and I was really struggling trying to get all them bags of groceries upstairs. So, I told you I couldn't take y'all individually because by the time I got all the bags upstairs for the perishable stuff like meats and veggies and stuff, I had and eggs and milk and juice. I had to put all that stuff up before I decided to flop down and just relax. So I was listening. I had propped my phone up and I was listening to you guys and enjoying listening to you guys, ARD and Unbiased and Gina coming up, So it was nice listening to you guys. Passionately Intrigued said it would have been a wonderful thing had I known about gardening 10 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Sylvia, how are you, darling? Yeah. It does make a big difference because as time goes by, you're still learning now and you're improving your technique. You're adding new stuff. You're being even exposed to more new stuff. Every time somebody gets talking about seeds, it's like, well, have you ever tried such and such and such? Never heard of it, much longer tried it. And it just amazes me of that we're constantly learning and improving our seed holes and also uh, garden space. I mean, everybody's getting raised gardens now. They're redesigning their yards and stuff to grow more stuff. It's just amazing how this garden community has really blossomed out and just grown its little heart out. Miss Kelsey, thank you. Good evening to you as well. Yes, indeed, J3 wouldn't be missed either. Not by me. All that foolishness. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, Pretty Girl said I would go back about 10 years so I would have a larger garden now. I added a new bed every year. Exactly. And that's what I'm talking about. Each year you try to expand a little bit more as your knowledge of gardening and of space of what you can add to your garden in regards to what your family will eat if you have the space to grow it, because certain veggies take up a lot of space once they mature. Like certain tomato plants, they're not going to stay compact. A lot of them going to get big. They're going to take up space. A lot of people are. I was watching Broke put up those cattle panels. For your vining plants. I got cattle panels, and I took an old gate and just curved it and put in some T posts to anchor them. And I was growing my watermelon vines on one side and cucumbers on the other end. So you get a little more creative. You learn how to compact a lot of stuff in a small space until you start spreading out. Now that I have these two extra new beds, metal beds, I want to add more root vegetables. Like I want to just keep one or maybe half of it all carrots and the other half maybe all beets or whatever and break all the different stuff up. ARD, a resilient dad. Was your ears burning, baby? Yes, I'm glad to catch you too. Yeah, I was listening to you. I was in the bushes back watching you on your Auntie Ella. Yeah. Hey, so blessed. How are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. My question tonight, ARD, is if you could turn back the hands of time, would you? And the limit we put on it was 10 years ago because the the pandemic changed a whole lot of things. Like I said, this community I don't think would have existed. That was one of the good things that came out of the pandemic. I mean, because it was a lot of sadness and a lot of tragedy. A lot of people lost loved ones, jobs, their homes, a whole lot of sad stuff came out of it. But as a garden community, we all stepped up, made some adjustments in our way of living in regards to how to feed our families, because it was days that you couldn't just get in your car and go to the supermarket and shop. As a senior, They had a sign on the door that we actually had privileges of going into the store earlier before they opened it up to the general public because of us being, I guess, a little more susceptible to what was going around. And we didn't have to be around other folks who didn't want to put on a mask and be courteous of others, you know. So, and a lot of seniors do have health issues. I mean, you know, they could have COPD or emphysema or some kind of problem that would make it even worse for them, even though they wear a mask. So, there was a lot of changes that was made during the pandemic. And so a lot of people said, why am I going to the store to get this when I got soil in the backyard? Whether it's in a pot, whether it's a 5 gallon pot, two, three, 1 gallon pot, whether it was raised beds or buckets or whatever that could hold soil, as long as you could poke holes in it for drainage. And then grow bags became a thing. I seen grow bags, but I really never got into them because I had in-ground gardening and raised beds. But then as I seen the garden community as it grew, how more people were doing raised beds, I mean grow bags, I was like, well, maybe it's something to these grow bags. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, had me dibbling and dabbling in there and checking it out. So uh, I ventured out into them. And with my first ARD, listen to this, I got my first check deposit into my account for being monetized. And the first thing I bought was a big set of grow bags. So I'm branching out a little further. I'm normally in the 5 gallon buckets, but I want to try the grow bags because I heard in regards to that they air prune the roots so that they don't circle in the bottom. And there's some things I would like to try to see if I can grow because I've seen how Asia and Yellow Door, how she got them all lined up. I've seen Nikki. I've seen quite a few guys with grow bags, and y'all do phenomenal, you know. And I want to try that too. Hey, Deborah Garrett, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. And this is what I'm saying. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly evolving. Um, I even got what they call it, cement mixers. Okay, I heard that little blip. What does that mean? Think that was in regards to God. She told me somebody might want to come up because I did drop at the beginning of it how to get a guest. But I forgot, Dolores, how to bring them up. I heard that little bleep sound, so I know that's what it is. I got to get used to Restream. I'm still learning how. I don't know how to do it. I don't remember, Dolores. I don't. I do want to bring somebody. I know somebody's down there, but give me a minute. What's on the menu, Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner? I have some soup. Second day, this cool weather. I feel good. 10 years, I'll be ready to cut up like James Brown. Okay. Well, I bought some ham shanks because I want to make some navy beans. Yeah. Navy beans, cornbread, sauteed. I don't know if I want to do Brussels sprouts or cauliflower. But I'm gonna get something together because this is the cold weather. This is the time of year that you eat the heaviest because when you make stews and soups in north or wherever it's really cold, it sticks with you a lot longer. You can actually feel it give you fuel for your body to burn, so you stay warmer and you don't get as hungry as much. And you know you're good. And you can eat as often as you want to, especially when it comes to making chilies and homemade soups and stews and stuff. And you can eat off of for more than one day. And then if you get tired after a day or two, you can freeze the rest of it and eat it at a later date or time. And this is where casseroles make a big comeback, and what they call it, crock pots. crock pot meals this time of the year too. Put them on early in the morning, and by the time the evening come, you got a hot meal. You can already made a salad, put the old-fashioned cellophane over the top of it, and stick it in the refrigerator, make your homemade dressing, and when you sit down, you can do it all. So yeah, I buy cheese so I can sprinkle it over my chilies with some what they call it, cream cheese. Yeah. So I'm trying to catch up on the chat, y'all. Everybody saying hello. Crooked Peach, what's up? Girl, you send me a bag of them greens. Girl, you was chopping for days. I love the loop you put on. Yes, it's raining here. It's raining here now. It's down to 47 degrees here and light rain. It's been raining all day. We haven't seen the sun for the last couple of days. It's been cold and wet and drab. Yeah. Trying to catch up on the chat, y'all. Hey, Bammit, how are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. I appreciate you. You guys, drop your temperatures. Let us know what your temps are. I need 2 cattle panels. No way to get them home. Let me tell you, I have a friend who well, I call him my nephew. He has his own hauling business, and I gave him the money, and I sent him to go get my cattle panels. I done had these cattle panels, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 years, and still haven't put them up. They were cheap then. They were like $20 a piece. I think they're almost twice that amount now. Yeah. Now I put the garden fencing up for my trailing vines and stuff, but the cattle panels I was trying to say to make my hoop house. So I'm trying to get wood together. Happy Mac, what's up? What's up? What's up? Great evening to you too, babe. Everybody saying hello. Ooh, wait a minute. I see Mr. J.K. Gardner. Hey, Miss Shosha, I would like to have known about gardening. Let me see if I can. Seriously, 10 years ago, maybe I would have figured out how to successfully rid my plants of their damage. Huh? Oh, what? Money in money in the chat. My internet son. Hello. Hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, hey, ho, 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 hey. Hey, 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 money in the chat, money in the chat, money in the chat. Thank you, a resilient dad. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, yes, it is. Blessings on blessings. Link to go up on the panel is pinned to top. Okay. That doesn't help me at all, Dolores. You know, you had to almost literally hold my hand and do me step by step. I know it's at the top, but then once they come in, I forgot about how we did the picture on picture. Oh, yeah, don't grow old. It's not what it's all cracked up to be. I'll be all right 1 minute and the next. But I appreciate y'all. Believe me, I appreciate every last person who think about me and my well-being. Believe me, I do. Yeah, yeah, she's all right. She all right, my book. And I dare anybody to say anything rude. What is that? Oh, that's Dolores. All right, dear. Speak.
Hey, hold on, let me mute. Hi, hey, yeah, hi, everybody. You see where you see the person that is might be 2 people in there?
Yeah.
Okay, do you see the second person? You see yourself, you see the second person?
No.
Did they leave?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I see ARD down here.
Yeah. And you see that little white button that we talked about that you click to slide over?
Uh-huh. Slide it over.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Oh my God! You just gave my whole government. What you talking about?
I
You gave
thought,
my whole government now, Mom. Hold on.
hey, I'm sorry, baby boy.
Jesus. I was like, hold on. Do I owe her taxes? Hold on.
Like I said, this is all new to me. See, StreamYard, I knew how to do it. I just dropped the link and y'all will pop up. This is Restream is all altogether new to me. I'm not a techie. So
No worries,
uh
no worries. Actually, I think Restream is kind of cool too. It's the same vernacular, but that's never mind the point. How are you, Bob? It's good to see you. I know we ain't been able to touch points and bases in a minute.
I know.
It's good to hear
Yeah.
your voice and see you
You've
shining,
been
baby.
in
How
my
you
age
doing, Bob?
everywhere.
Huh?
I'm a little achy because it's rain and stuff messing with my arthritis a little bit, but you know what? That don't slow me down. It just makes me determined to get what I need done before I sit down. Because once I sit down, it's pretty
Facts.
much a wrap.
That's what I am too. Yeah, yeah. I tell everybody I go to sleep at 8 p.m. and they're like, "How do you do that?"
It's easy. When your body is
Oh
tired,
yeah.
you can lay down or get shut down. So it's not hard.
No, I got my dad's jeans. We do what we got to do for the day, and then we
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. Believe me, I do. Because I used to work 12 to 18-hour shifts at the hospital. And believe me, when it was time to lay down, people be like, it's a beautiful day today. I was like, yeah, okay. And so
Yeah,
what that mean? I'm knocked
exactly.
out. I'm
Right.
asleep. I could care less, as long as there ain't a tornado taking the house.
Let it be here in the morning when I wake up.
Exactly. The sun
Yes,
is still
ma'am.
shining. So
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am. Oh
Uh-oh.
man, it's a blessing to be here, and I
Yeah.
thank you. I sent that super chat way earlier too. By the way, I
Oh,
wasn't even trying to pop up with you, but I did have to pop up because I know I missed you for the last few months, and
yeah.
we've always try to
Yeah.
make sure
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we're on point with it.
Yeah.
Um, and this is a beautiful thing and a beautiful topic, right? Especially when you think about 10 years, 10 years
Yeah.
in your garden, 10 years in your life. You know, what does 10 years look like, and what would you do better? I think that's perfect timing right now. So, and it even made me think. I'm like, man, what would I do 10 years ago, knowing
Yeah.
what I know now, right?
Mhm. 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 It's
Yeah.
a whole lot of changes, not only physically but
Mhm.
mentally as
Oh
well.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and you got to kind of, how do you say, do a factory reset on
yeah. You
things.
gotta. What we say, take inventory, right? You gotta
Yeah.
take inventory of yourself.
Yeah.
Take inventory of your mind and your spirit. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
And I
listen.
apologize. I think a lot of people, a few people, not a lot of people, was shouting me out and I was shouting them out. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. It's not about, of course, not me. I'm just a supporter, of course. But, it's good to see everybody in the family all here. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I do. I'm really enjoying this turnout. I got like 42 people up in here, and to me, that's just amazing to me that everybody kind of like this topic. Once I broke it down to 10 years, I wouldn't go back any further because that's way before the pandemic hit, and people gardening was the furthest thing from a lot of people's minds. At that point,
Yes,
them was just
ma'am.
learning
Yeah.
how to take care of their families, how to pay their bills, and this, that, and the third. When this pandemic hit, the level of education changed. You had a lot of
Mm.
homeschooling. You had a lot on computers.
And that's getting back to homeschooling plus
Yeah,
computers, right? I would
yeah,
say plus
yeah,
homeschooling plus,
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you still had a lot of kids that was being bullied in school, and they rather
Right.
be homeschooled than be bothered with that nonsense in regular schools.
Ain't
Uh,
that like when we go to a job? It's like, hey, I'd rather work from home than have to go into the
yeah,
office and deal with
yeah,
that. you
yeah,
know, there's only so much you can say being remote, right? Over a
yeah,
teleconference call. over a Zoom call
Mhm.
versus being in person, and you got to actually feel the energy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I totally agree with the kids too, right? Especially me being a mentor and a mentee myself, right? Menteeing a lot of people, and I'm a mentee, to a few good people, and I understand, on both sides. So I think it's good on this topic. It's not just about growing in your garden. I think it's also about your own internal garden, your spiritual garden.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
10
Oh yeah.
years ago. Honestly, 10 years ago, I think my thing probably would be I wish I would have kept to the Bible more 10 years
Yeah.
ago, exactly,
Yeah.
than that, I did for the last like 3 years
Yeah.
because I didn't know what to expect moving in the future for 10 years ago. I just knew, my principles, my values,
Yeah.
making sure, I don't compromise my own authenticity. I think that's a key thing. Um, but actually, before I even answer, your question, what would you do differently 10 years ago?
Oh, just about. Mm, my lifestyle would have changed a little more because 10 years ago, I had not thought about retiring because of a health issue that could not be avoided,
Yes,
um,
ma'am.
and a few other crazy politics on the job. I sat and I prayed and asked Jehovah to give me guidance. And he said, "You got the years and you got the time." He says, "Go."
Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Shalom. Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
"Okay,
Give you
all
peace.
right, it's
Give
time
you,
for me to
yeah.
go." And they
Give you
told
clarity.
me that it was a blessing that I left when I did because the place went bananas. And I went back to my old unit a couple of weeks ago. I had a friend in the hospital and I went to visit. And there was only three original people left in my unit. And they was like, "Miss Shirley, don't you want to come back PRN?" I was like, "Heck to the no." I was like, if I wanted to stay on the job, I would have never retired. I was like, no, I can't deal with the politics. I can't deal with the it was just too
The
much.
stress of the politics, I
Yeah,
think, too,
it was
that I'm
just too
hearing.
much.
Yeah.
And I ran into one of my coworkers, ex-coworkers. I went out to lunch with a friend and I ran into her. She said, "Miss Shirley, you look so good." She said, "You don't look stressed. You don't look tired." She said, "You just absolutely glowing." I was like, that job was literally sucking the life out of me. Literally. And I
And
was
now
like,
you
"I
have a
need to
beautiful
get out of
fifth
here."
generation in your arms.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. I've seen my granddaughter and her husband grow
Yeah.
into a beautiful family, and and Nana, since Nana's retired, Nana get to hang with the baby a lot more because everybody else work. So I get to hang with the baby a lot more, and she's just loves me, and I love her. Let me tell you something that happened 2 weeks ago. I had her in my arms, and I was laughing and playing with her, and ever since she was born, I would always say, and she would always look me right in the face. And I said, "I love you." And then 2 weeks ago, I held her in my arms. I said, "I love," and she looked at me and she went, "You." I like to lost it. Okay. I like the loss, and she said it back to me. And so I thought it was a fluke. Sometimes kids do stuff. So when they brought me home, I said, "Let me kiss my baby before I leave." And I said, "I love," and she went, "You."
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I've been floating on
You
clouds.
programming them right, right?
And
Yeah.
then and then my granddaughter said, I know she was gonna try it. I was like, "Did you try it?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "What happened?" She said, "She didn't do it for me."
Yeah, you said that programming right.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
like, don't
So,
be mad. Don't be mad. Yeah,
oh,
but
yeah, I just love it. But 10 years ago, this wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying?
no ma'am.
Times
No ma'am.
change and advance and stuff mature and what have you. And now she wants me to help her with her new home. They bought a new home, nice house, and to start a garden in her backyard. So,
Nice.
so I'm ready to do it. you
So
know.
little ARD and I, we created our first garden, and little ARD, it's oregano, just a lot of like herbs out there, right? Just because they're early bloomers, quick bloomers, and it just shows success.
Yeah.
And you're right, like just to that essence of "I love you," right? They don't say it to everybody, but they go
Right.
and say it to the right person that
Right.
put that seed in them, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
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 You get to see it like they're pure,
Yeah.
they are pure.
Yeah. And that's what I like about babies. They're so innocent. They don't lie. They tell you exactly what it is, and they have unconditional love. And that just makes me glow all over to feel that this is true love. When I pick up her, she wraps her little fat arms around my neck and she kisses me, and I'm like butter.
Yeah, melt away. You
I'm
like butter or margarine? Margarine. What you talking about?
I'm stepping up. I want butter. I don't want margarine. I want the real
All right. Yeah, man.
deal. What's your temperature there?
Excuse me.
What's your temperature? You're in Cali, right?
So this morning I went running this morning. I have a 5K in two
Oh,
weeks.
okay.
This will be my third 5K this year.
All
This
right.
morning though, in my outside run, it was 47 degrees.
Yeah.
And I know 47 in somebody area might sound luscious and plushes, but over here in the Bay Area, 47, I guess we too comfortable. It's 47 degrees, feel cold. And I ain't going to
It
abandon
ain't
my roots. I'm
comfortable.
from Indiana. I was born and raised there. So we know about them cold temperatures.
Yeah, it's
But,
46
the
here.
Bay Area been so good to me. That 47, I had to get my Patagonia on.
Wait a
I
minute.
had to
Do
go and
you
get
see what I got
my
on?
Carhartt. Huh?
ARD, you see what I got on? It's
Yes,
47
ma'am. Yes,
degrees right
ma'am.
here, and I got heat on. Okay. I'm not trying to crank my heat all the way up yet, but it's 47.
Okay.
No, it just dropped.
47.
It's 46 and light rain. Okay. Look,
Okay.
wait a minute, babe. I want to show you something. I cut all my hair off.
Yes, ma'am. Looking gorgeous. Let's get it. Okay. Show me them ways, baby. Yeah. Show me them ways. Yes,
Yeah. And I was
ma'am.
just like, oh no. I was
Looking
like,
gorgeous.
gotta chill.
Yeah. Go ahead. So, like my dad and my uncle say, hey, you gotta keep a hat on your head. When it get cold,
That cool breeze going. I was like,
they say that heat
whoa.
go to your head, so you gotta keep that hat on your head. Yeah. Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
I'm missing so many people in the chat. Wait a minute. Let me say
I'm
hi.
sorry. We over here having fun. I apologize.
Jamaica, what's up, baby girl? I love watching Jamaica with her and her chickens. I say Gloria Elliott. I say Wellness with Frugal Mama. I'm seeing the Educated Natural. What's up, Tan? Oh, you my goodness. And I seen a few more folks that didn't popped up in here too. I just want to let y'all know, Wanda Carr Jones, thank you so much. Miss Kelsey, I'm thanking all you folks who's come in. Tori Brain, we on fire. Thank y'all so much for coming in this evening.
Yeah. Shout out
Oh,
to
yeah.
Tori. Hey, and honestly, I haven't been able to keep up with the chat too, but for everybody that said hello to me directly, hey, it's hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
see
much
'em.
respect. I'm just
Well,
having a good
we
time with
missed
Mom OG
you.
right now.
Yeah, we
Excuse me.
missed you. You became a staple in our garden community now. You the best supporter coming up in here and helping us out. So you are
It's
missed.
plenty of us. It's plenty
Yeah.
of us. And I
Yeah.
apologize. I've been traveling quite a bit. We got a lot of new life developments. That's pretty cool. Right.
Okay.
And yeah, it's been a good time. God been blessing us.
And you know what? Ain't nobody mad at that. We happy for you, for your successes.
Thank you,
That's what
man.
I like
Thank you,
about our
man.
community. We're not looking down on anybody. We want to cheer and encourage anyone that's life is blooming and blossoming and they're happy, but yet and still they don't forget about us little people. Y'all still come our way and
Nah,
say
you're not little. You colossal. You know.
hello. So yeah, I appreciate you coming up in here. I'm up to 1460. So I'm working on it. Oh, so are you gonna have a garden at all come 2025? Where'd he go? ARD? Did you leave me? Hey, girl, dad, I see you now. I didn't catch you earlier. Boss lady Denise, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Why do you have slow mode on where people have to wait a certain amount of time? Because when you go so fast, I can't see everybody. I don't want to miss folks. The analytic gardener, hey, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. I'm trying to catch everybody on my phone because right now I can't see the chat on the other side. Uh, Lois, do you want to speed up the chat? Yeah, I do. I want to speed it up. How do I do that? Slow mo is
Oh yeah,
off.
I
Got away.
apologize. I think I
Okay, thank
disconnected a
you.
little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for stopping in, though. I do appreciate you.
No worries. No
Are you
worries.
there? Are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right.
Yeah. So going back to that
I,
10 years, you explained your 10 years and what you would do differently, right? And
yes.
I guess I got to be honest to ask you, to say the same thing since I'm on your panel, excuse me, what my 10 years would be. So this time, 10 years ago, we're talking about 2014. Man, 2014, that was a good year, right? I was just getting out of, one of my post collegiate programs in 2014. And um, honestly, I am who I was all day. Like, as I support you guys, like, literally in real life, I'm the same person. In 2014, that was the year that my dad fought cancer for the second time. And I
Oh,
had to, I didn't have to, but it was led that I had to, you know, get somewhere. I just had to be there with him and then bring the family in together. And my dad is 83 years old today. Yeah, well, not today, but as of
oh,
April this year, he's 83. Um,
okay.
and every time we talk, he always gives me that real wisdom, that true wisdom, and I just thank God that I wasn't too busy, you know, to give my
Yeah,
parents, the people that gave me time and gave me life before I even knew myself.
yeah,
I'm glad I wasn't too busy, but at the sacrifice of that, I did miss out on some, I guess, opportunities, but they weren't for me, right? And I thought that, those opportunities should have been for me if I didn't do certain things after the fact. I just thank God that I'd never 10 years ago played into the prices and the opportunities and the titles. And I wish 10 years ago I was able to influence more people, like my mentees at that time, um, to really know what I was going through because I didn't share a lot of my information and my experience at that time. I wish I was able to share
yeah,
and be that transparent as I became to be, in 10 years ago because I think it would have helped a lot of people just being that transparent what I was actually going through, you know. And everything ain't for everybody.
yeah,
Your story ain't for everybody because you got people that want to use it to motivate themselves, and you got people that's trying to use it so they can keep it in their chamber to use it against you. Right? I don't deal in that, world, but I was afraid that people might have used, the vulnerability that I was going through with my dad against me, trying to use it against me for some reason. And God definitely, showed me the better way. But 10 years ago, I probably would have kept doing more of what I was doing, like I'm doing now. But also,
yeah,
um, I wish I would have been able to appreciate the sacrifice that it takes of time. Like when you give something some time in real time, you're taken away from something else sometimes, right? And you can't be
yeah.
everywhere all the time. You can't be omnipresent, right? And I wish I could be sometimes, especially 10 years ago. But
Yeah.
that would be my. It's not even a regret. If anything, I would change would be one of those things. And then second of all, I wanted more people to get in technology 10 years ago than it
Yeah.
is now because
Yeah.
the barrier to entry 10 years ago is way easier than what it was now. Even though we have way more technology and accessibility now, like the training to get into technology it was way simpler back then. Way simpler and you can afford yourself opportunities outside of your own job. So if you're in healthcare, you can use this opportunity or my trainings or my influence to get into healthcare IT or technology. Or if you're an admin assistant, you can use my influence to really put the technology in AI. It would make you equipped to do so. And I wish that I would have been able to do that for those that I encountered that time. It's not a regret at all because we're all still here and doing pretty well actually. But at the same time, 10 years ago, had I had my present mind too and seen a couple of things, I would have did my darnest to bring people to see how far technology will go and to know that technology isn't going anywhere for no time soon. But yeah, that would probably be that. And then also, I wish I would have kept my garden. I wish I would have done that. GT, how you
But you can
doing?
get it back. GT, it wasn't that um I couldn't see you because I had made my screen larger, so it cut off the bottom half. And then I started reading the chat on my phone, and everybody was like, "Well, do she know he's back there?" And I'm like, "No, I couldn't see you." So I remember how Dolores showed me how to shrink the screen. And once I was able to do it, then I saw you in the basement, and then I had to go back and reduce the size so I could pull you up.
Okay
So
now.
she taught me
Okay
well.
now.
I learned it.
Okay now. Okay. Okay.
I was like, do she see he's down there? And I'm like, I see him, but I don't know how to bring
Okay
him
now. Hey, learning in real time. That's a fact. Love it.
up.
Love it.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody in the
GT.
chat. I love y'all. See, this is what I'm talking about. We all working together. Nobody's getting offended. Nobody's like they laughing at me because it's like he been down there for the longest. I know that, but I had to figure out.
Hey, mom. Hey, we laughing with you. So if anybody laugh at you, they gonna get kicked out the room. You hear me? We laughing with you.
Thank y'all, chat.
GT.
Mike got it. Mike got it in caps, like he yelling at me, like Miss Shirley GT is in the basement. I know he in the basement.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
Thank y'all. See,
Good to
I
know.
love
Yeah.
y'all. This is why I wait. Y'all don't understand how much I look forward to Thursday to being yelled at by my other children about mom, step up your A game and learn a little IT. Oh, y'all just don't know. If I could levitate up off this sofa, I would. That's how much joy you guys bring to me every week, whether you know it or not, or whether anybody has ever told you guys how much you are loved and appreciated by me personally. I know we got a lot of people in this YouTube family, but for me, I want to tell everybody, each and every one of you, how much I love you, how much I appreciate you, how much y'all look out for me, and y'all understand my plight as being a mature elder.
You said flight or
Uh,
pilot? You willing to take flight now? You trying to get your pilot license, your ground school going on? What you trying to do?
All right, I gotta go.
Oh, hold on. Hold
oh
on.
man, you just got on here. I'm sorry, GT.
It,
I'm
Man,
yeah.
he in and out like a
He
drought.
had to go.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. But I understand.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
always
Yes, ma'am.
busy. He be on the go 24/7. I don't think how to say he don't let grass grow up under his feet. He just
You
be
don't let the
busy.
moss grow, but I appreciate it. Yeah.
No, no. I
I'm
got
sure
commercials
he'll roll
popping
it
up.
back too when he get availability.
Oh,
Yeah.
GT, he ain't gonna be but a hot
Yes,
minute.
ma'am.
He'll be back. Love you back.
It's all love.
Yeah, it's so I try to keep from swelling up and wanting to cry because sometimes, as much as you love your real people,
Mm.
sometimes a stranger would treat you better.
Mm.
And it's sad to say, but it's the truth. And to me, this garden community, as they say, with the like minded ones that we have in here, and the ones I have met personally at the Soil Family Expo, they have gone above and beyond family. Uh-oh, what happened? You had to
Wait,
leave
can you hear
out.
me now? Hello?
All right.
It said
Yeah.
your connection was
Okay.
lost.
Yeah, you went
Can you hear me?
out. Okay. I heard it. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
ma'am.
Okay. So I'm just saying this garden community has pulled up another generation of people. Like none of us knew each other before. We might have seen some videos and passed, looked at them and passed through them, but never knew what they really seriously meant. And now that we're in this garden community and we're talking to all these different individuals and getting to know one another, we're finding out we're all fighting for the same thing. And that's just survival, you know, of growing your own food
Survival and thriving.
and
Yeah.
not only growing your own
Yeah.
food, but also learning. We got what, a 2A community. We got
Yes,
crafters
ma'am.
who can show us do stuff. I mean, we got people from all walks of life, and all levels of creativity that are in our chats. And there's no limit or shortage of people that we can also reach out for legal
Amen.
advice. So it's not just gardeners, it's gardeners
Yeah.
plus creators of all
Yes,
kinds.
ma'am.
We got people that crochet, we got people who knit, we got people that garden, we have people that has legal advice, we have people that are speakers, what they call it, motivation
Mm-hmm.
speakers. We have people from so many different walks of life that's in our community, and they're not selfish with their
Mm.
services. They will help you. All you got to do is contact them, email them. Some of them, I got personal phone numbers that I call on a regular basis just to call sometimes, say, hey, how my baby girl doing today? Or what you doing? Or how's your day going? And they have called or text me, Ma, how you feeling today? Are you hurting? You
Mm.
okay? You need anything? I get a package in FedEx that I wasn't looking forward to, but stuff just pop
Come
up,
on now.
and I'm just
Yes,
like,
ma'am. Come on.
wow,
Yeah.
wow, didn't see that coming.
Nah, you're
And they
you're
was like,
actually like, oh my God, Jesus, thank you. You're making me even go into that too because it's like when I joined, in this community, it wasn't to create content. I know a lot of people was like looking at me because of how I showed up.
yeah,
They thought, oh, I'm trying to take their spot. I mean, if you're
yeah,
never confident in who you are, you always think anybody's trying to take your spot, right? But I didn't let that deter me, right? Because I knew what I was here for. I got one live video. If I ever wanted to take anybody's spot, how would I do it with that? But the lowest part, the honest part of it all was what I really get from this community is truly a community, and I don't say that like just to drop the word. Like there's so many people that I've been able to support, and they've been able to inspire me offline, online, everywhere, right? Authentically, not just because we're trying to get a number or a goal or monetization or anything, right? It's like it's totally
right,
different when you actually got human beings, right? That we're all striving for excellence, and that's what I love. Authentic people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
um, there's been a couple of people. Actually, I'm not even going to go into that. But um,
But
life
what I
is.
like about our community is that we have honest-hearted
Mhm.
people here. If we get any trolls, everybody know about that cornfield.
Everybody
They got
bring
to
out that
go.
cornfield.
Yeah, we don't have negativity here. Take
Even
that
what it
negativity and
is,
go
let them
somewhere
stay
else.
alone so they can get the watch hours. But hey, you already know where they go.
Yeah, well, as long as they don't get too indignant, yeah, we let them hang for a minute because we want to make sure before
Yeah,
we
bring all
check
your accounts.
that.
Bring all them accounts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just funny. Hey, girl, Dad, how
Yes,
are you?
ma'am.
I
And
miss
I'm
you. Merry
spoke too
Grow.
long on the
Thank
actual live, but Mom, I
Psalms
love you. I got
146.
nothing but love for you.
No, this is what it's
Yes,
for.
ma'am.
It's an open forum for you to get up here and talk for as long as you like. Like you said, I'm Mama. This is my show. If I don't kick you out, don't worry about it. If anybody got a problem with that, they got to deal with me.
Yee.
All right.
Yee.
Mama bear with her kids. I don't play. All right. So no, you can stay as long as you want to, baby boy. We ain't doing that.
No. All I was saying
You got
is it
something
was all
to
about
do.
just
That's a
genuine
different story.
support and genuine love, right?
Yeah,
Like one
yeah,
hand wash the
yeah.
other, both wash the face, right? And it's
Okay.
the face of God,
Yeah.
the covenant. So yeah, I love what you continue to do. I apologize, of course, because of my availability, but come on, like it's every time we show up and
You
we're
ain't got
good,
to
online,
apologize for
offline, we
nothing.
got you.
No. You showed up. And I appreciate that because you've been MIA and I've been missing you. I was just wondering if you
I
was
miss
all right.
genuine
Like
family.
when we in the
Yeah,
chat, we get to saying, we ain't seen so and so okay,
yeah. And
and
don't worry about that. We're good. But I thank you for even thinking about me. You know, that's what
of
family
course,
does.
always,
Yeah.
always, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, well, us mamas worry when we don't see our children after a while. We be like, I didn't call him. He ain't called me back. Like, where is he at? What is he doing? Is he all right? Did he eat today? We go down a whole checklist of stuff about what we think about our children.
you got to send the beacons and signals out there. What's up?
Uh-huh, uh-huh. You ought to be glad I ain't sending out smoke signals out there to Cali.
That's a fact. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But no, no.
Oh,
Definitely appreciate you allowing me here, and thank you for this beautiful, beautiful Thursday, and
thank
we're gonna
you.
continue to support you, of course, like we always do, right? And I'm looking forward to 2025. I'm even looking forward to 2024 recap, for you, and
Those gonna be
yeah,
interesting. Those gonna be interesting because we still got another month here to go before the end of this year out, and anything can happen between now and December
yes,
thirty
ma'am.
first.
You dig? You know how God works. He just need 3 days. Hey, give God 3 days. Hey, yeah.
I hear you
Yes,
loud and
ma'am.
clear. So yeah, all right. I
I love
love
you
you.
more. To the top.
In a hug. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. Oh, I love you guys. Y'all do. Y'all put a whole new flavor. All right, long as they hit. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing the chat and I was reading it on my phone and I thank you so much. I do. And I'm glad y'all love me back because I do. I love all of you guys. I try to watch your shorts. I try to watch your videos. As you get older, your metabolism is not as fast as you young folks. And so I don't sleep long hours. 5 hours, I'm doing good. And once I wake up, I read my morning Bible scripture and then I start thumbing through the videos. I watch your shorts. I watch your videos. I'm watching you guys doing your November walkthroughs. If it stopped raining tomorrow, I'm gonna try to do an update on my hashtag collards and cabbage. I'm not getting any cabbage, but some of my collards have grown. It's not to where they need to be because it's cold here, you know. So, but I'm gonna still throw mine in there. I ain't throwing a hat in, but I'm gonna show y'all what I got. So I appreciate you guys. Cover them the 2 days ship. Oh, okay, like giving advice to somebody. So I like I was saying, I just really enjoy how you guys just click, you know. Have you been around people that you've seen and you can just smile at somebody and know you're gonna be all right, y'all gonna be friends, you just gonna click. And then from there, you seem like you friends for life. And then there's others, you be like, okay, all right, we good. Well, this garden family has given me like virtual hugs, literal hugs, advice, encouragement. Uh, y'all have made me happy. Y'all have made me cry in a good way. And it's just amazing what we do for one another when we're down and out. Some of us had surgery, some of us had mates who are sick. We try to give encouragement, we try to give prayers for all the ones who have had illnesses of any kind. We try to encourage you guys. Um, we try to help you with problems with your vegetables or your citrus or whatever. There's so much expertise in our community. Somebody's going to tell you something or give you an idea where to go to find what you need. All right. Serena's putting in all her little problems that she's having, and Mike's trying to help her out. All right, Mike. Thank you so much for doing that. I just want to say to you guys in our chat that growing what I eat. I'm just now seeing this. Thank you for the money. Hey ho, hey ho, hey. Money in the chat, money in the chat, money in the chat. Thank you, sweetie. I meant to catch it earlier, but I was talking and I just totally, yeah. Thank you so much, girl. Dad cooking a deliciousness. I don't know if you heard me say hello. Hey, Shakira, thank you. Where you been, girl? Now you've been MIA. I've been missing you. Yeah, I hope you're okay. Glad to see you. Yeah, that's what I like about our community. We're not ashamed to say, I love you, I miss you, I encourage you. You can do it some kind of way. We watching video after video after video. Sometimes you comment, sometimes you don't, but as long as you hit that like button and let them know that you have been through there, um, let them know to encourage them to keep doing what they're doing. Keep putting out more videos. Keep showing what you do in your garden that might help a new gardener who might be in your grow zone who needs that encouragement to do the same thing, or get some ideas. Um, that's my arts. I hope he found someone that can help him because he said he wanted to start his own YouTube channel, but he needed some advice. So I hope that after watching all the folks that's in his grow zone, he's actually reached out to someone to help give him advice on regards to the steps he needs to take to get to where he wants to go. And I'm quite sure we got enough folks in here that can help us out. Shannon, my little homestead, where you been? I remember you because I tell you my son is named Shannon. Yeah, coming in late. I'm sorry. That's all right, baby. You made it. You made it. I'm glad you was able. I've been missing you for a while too. Yeah, like I said, you got the same name as my son. When I named my son Shannon, he's 54 now. There was no African American man named Shannon because that was pretty much considered an Irish name. Now I see females named Shannon, more males named Shannon, and it's spelled the same way. And the females, they don't add it A-N on the end, they leave it at O-N. So it's just amazing how things take full circle coming back around. Yeah, my garlic I planted has sprouted already. I'm worried. Any good advice? No, don't worry about it. It's gonna sprout, which is good, which means it's getting established. So as the weather gets cold and it snows, it's gonna be okay. Garlic is quite resilient. No, it's supposed to sprout. Letting you know that it has become established. You good, because my garlic is up too. It'll be all right. Yeah. He might go. Yeah. Yeah. Mike with his squirrels. Mike, you need to build a little Ferris wheel and a little wheel like the chipmunks run on, not the chipmunks, the gerbils and stuff run on. You need to set you up your own squirrel circus. Build it on the other side of the garden. I bet you that would be hilarious. I bet you could do it too. Mike said, "What air warms before dark covers greenhouse tarp, then blankets." Serena. Oh yeah, yeah. Don't put plastic over it first. Put a sheet or something first, and then plastic on top. You don't want the leaves touching the plastic to hold in the heat. Yeah. But Nikki said my garlic sprouted too. It always does. Yeah. It's just showing that it's become established, which is a good thing. Excuse me. So over the winter months, it will grow its bulb. And by June and July of next year, you should have some nice clothes. Well, bulbs with clothes in it. My squirrels, too chunky now to perform. Quit throwing them peanuts out there. I seen the blue jays in between the squirrels snatching peanuts. I seen all them blue jays you got in that tree in your yard swooping down and snatching up peanuts too. I plant my garlic last Saturday in my 100-gallon grow bags. Ooh, all right. How many cloves did you plant? If you put them in a 100-gallon grow bag, did you fill it up? Oh yes, I thought she had the cake. Not a squirrel amusement park. What say you, Mike? That's exactly what I was talking about. The analytic garden. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Give them a little Ferris wheel. Give them one of them little wheels that the gerbils run in and they go and run in circles. Mike got enough of them. He trained them enough to eat. He got what's they come up to his feet. They got one or two of them that will take the peanuts out of his hands. Might as well, Mike. Put a blanket, then plastic, then blanket. Yeah. Don't put plastic first because you don't want it touching the leaves. Yeah, yeah. When I went to the barber shop, I said, take it off, and he's like, all of it. I was like, between hot flashes, and I was gonna say something else, but I said, I'm a Christian, I can't say that. So I was like, just just cut my hair. And I came home and I put a little mousse in it and tied it up. I got natural waves, so they just popped up. I was like, all right, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, we here. We'll watch it. 6 head of clothes. Just six and 100-gallon? What did you put in the other half? Did you add something else? Urban, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, so Urban, my question to you, if my brain just went blank. Okay. If you could turn back the hands of time, would you? And we said 10 years. So girl, dad, and Mary grow with me. I'm repeating the question. I'm directing it at you. Put in the comments, within the last 10 years, if you could change anything, would you? Because with the pandemic popping up in between those 10 years, a lot of way that people used to live, they no longer live that way. So was that a good thing or a bad thing for you? One of my squirrels dug up my flower bulbs. took a bite, didn't like, left on ground. Oh, I had that. They dug up all my tulips and my daffodils. Didn't like the daffodils. I replanted them. My tulips, they didn't bit. Hey, Devorah, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it. Yes, in my raised beds, miss. Okay, I missed that question and answer. All right, that might have been an answer for somebody else. Backyard garden flow. Yes, in my raised bed. What that mean? Were you talking to somebody else, or was you talking to me? Mike, he thought it was something to eat. I hate when they do that with my tomatoes. Yeah. Now, normally, if an animal bites into your tomatoes, it's because they're thirsty and they just want to wet their whistle. And that's when you leave out bowls of water or buckets of water for something to drink. I found that out. Urban says, I would never have gotten married. I would have relocated and took another job. Okay. Life has a, I'm not even going to say that word, odd way of letting you know if you made the, a good or bad decision. It will let you know that you have an opportunity to change your situation to make it better from what it was, or you can make it worse for yourself if you don't pay attention. This is why we learn to grow. Just like I said, we found out, I found out how many girlfriends of mine really knew how to homeschool their children. I'll plant the rest of the garlic in the raised beds. Okay. Yeah. So that were educators that I did not know was that, what's the word I'm thinking of? Was that capable of homeschooling their children. Not everybody can homeschool their children. Not everybody had the capacity to do such. And some people sent their children back based on the fact that they wanted to have friends and deal with others until something else happens, and then they came back to homeschooling, or they stayed in regular public schools and was okay. Yes, because the last 10 years have been a little, I understand. Believe me, I have. I do. Uh, Wellness with Frugal Mom said, I would not turn back the hands of time. I would have invested more, but I appreciate my life. Some people are able to bounce back. There's a couple of opportunities I missed that out of stupidity I didn't entrust the individual, but I still came out unscathed. I didn't have a loss. Um, but I wish I had followed my first mind, because they said it never leads you wrong. And so I've learned to do that. Tampa, what's up? I was watching you and David last night. I was really exhausted. I didn't get a chance to message in the chat, but I did watch you guys last night and I enjoyed you as usual. Yes, I did. But it's a lot of stuff out here. And Tampa, that's a good question for you, because I know you bought some land in the Ozarks and you're trying to get it together so you can move you and Mackenzie out there. But if you could turn back the hands of time, would you? Because I know you didn't have a divorce party and all that good stuff. So I know things have changed in your lifetime. So what would you have changed? Mike, sorry, your collards and cabbage died. Mine, them two going great. Doing great. Okay. Yeah, so it's different for everybody. Tampa's in Indiana. I'm in Ohio. We're kind of kissing cousins, but never met one another. Yeah, I would have invested more too. Yeah, I really would have. I really appreciate the love and support. Okay. Now you know we love you, Tampa. Girl, you too crazy for us not to love you. You funny. You're compassionate. You have empathy for people. What about you is not to love? It's kind of hard. Now, if people don't like you, it's because they don't understand that you're just being yourself and you are human. We're not here to judge anybody. We're here to help you, encourage you in any kind of way we can, and support you. All that other stuff, how they said, miss me, Felicia. Yeah, believe me. What should I move? When should I move them to a raised bed? Okay. Diane Liddy Gardner says, I would go back. There's one main decision I wish I could change that affected my health. Nearly ended up in the ICU from a tooth gum abscess. Yeah, I understand. I found out about this jaw. This jaw locked. I can't chew gum or certain stuff anymore. They thought they was gonna have to take this bone out of my jaw. Fortunately, I changed my ways and it saved my jaw. Believe me, I do understand. I would have turned back me trying to take my life, but what's done is done. No point in dwelling on the past. True that. You're still here. You still love, and you still have a chance of improving your way of living and moving forward. And that's the way you look at it. Positivity all the way. Backyard Flow said, if I could change the hands of time, I would not marry again. Yeah. Oh, I got ads. Good. They said if you get ads, you can get paid. I need to be paid. Mama broke. Ads, ooh, Disney, you getting Disney money, Miss Shirley. Hey. I don't want to go to Disneyland. Been there, done that. Disney and HBO. Oh man, HBO is what they call it, passe. I remember HBO from the 70s. Oh Lord, HBO been around forever. Facts, all praises. Oh yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to encourage one another. And I like how between you, Don't Hurt the Harvest, Miss T with the T, and a few others, how you guys look. Mike, look who tipping behind me. No. You know it's my live. No, I don't even want to hear it. Bye. Yeah, we had to keep on moving. Yeah, we can't go back. It don't do any good. We just had Lady Gaga get that money, honey. Yes, I get a pair of pants from you, Daddy Lady Gardner. I need them pants when I go out to the yard. Yeah, you see Annie, Nikki. We love our spots. Yeah, yeah, your girl. She was sitting over here asleep. I guess I got too noisy for her. Yeah, so I woke her up and she decided to come out. Yeah. Don't say nothing to her about you, sugar. She thinks she run the house here. I told her ain't but one diva up in here. I'm buying her cat food, cat litter, and all these cat toys. Don't say nothing to that. That's so and so and so. Don't do her like that, please. She got free room and board, okay? Let me tell you, I turned my heater on one day for my feet because it was a little chilly. Do you know she sat in front of the heater block? I wonder why is my toes cold? And he's sitting in front of the heater. I'm like, wait a minute, you got fur. Why is it you sitting in front of my heater? Yeah. Yeah. All right, then. A duck, frog, and skunk went to see a movie. Each had to have $1 to get in. Which got in and which didn't? The duck. Mike Chaotic Garden, you're not alone. My collard ceilings didn't survive for the challenge, but I'm still planning we'll eat some. I know that's right. You're going to keep at it some kind of way. Look, like I said, those pants are everything. I was trying because I love, if I don't have to carry a purse because I can stick stuff in pockets, I will do it in a heartbeat. Psalms 146. I didn't know if you heard me say hello to you earlier because I was talking to ARD. I did see you. And I would have got the fried chicken and pound cake recipes from my grandmama's friend, Auntie Evelyn, who used to babysit me and my sister. Her chicken and dumplings was amazing too. Yeah, I learned how to do the chicken and dumplings from my grandmother. I even caught her taking a picture of her dropping them in the pot. It's pretty good. I like it. Yeah, but there's a recipe for her, was it sweet potato pie that I would have loved to have gotten. I think my cousin got all my grandma's recipes. She just ain't sharing them with anybody. But I told her that's all right. I still learn how to cook because I was cooking with my grandma before she was born. So it's stuff I know that she don't know. So why she playing? That's all right. We can swap now. We can swap. But she got to come up off of it. And I have an Aunt Evelyn, and she's my mom's baby sister. And she's still around. And she's part of she's the first generation. I'm the second. My son is the third, my granddaughter is the fourth, and my great grandbaby is the fifth. So my Aunt Evelyn is my mom's baby sister, and she just turned 90, 93. So yeah, she getting up there. Who's that bell? Annie Faith. God, that spoiled child. Don't say nothing. It's just like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. Don't say it. Leave that child alone. She didn't want somewhere to eat. Yeah, she's spoiled. Yes, she is. The duck got in because she had a bill. The frog got in on his greenback, but the skunk couldn't get in because he only had a cent, and it was a bad. Serena, now that was cute. I like that. Hey, Tag, yeah. All right. Yeah. She's a diva around here. She talks to me sometimes. I'll be on the phone and she be talking, people be laughing. Somebody, is that your cat? And I was like, yeah. If it's anywhere near her playtime, I have specific times of day that I play with her. When I play with her, then she go on about her business. She leave me alone, I leave her alone. If I'm on the phone or anything, she gets boisterous. Yeah. Yeah. I'm waiting for her to meet my great granddaughter. They have not yet met. Now she has a dog, a huge dog bigger than her, but she's never met my cat. So for them two to meet, I want to see how that's gonna go. Shannon says Serena the skunk only had one. Uh-oh. No, I didn't mean to do that. What just happened? I don't need a chat. I don't need help. No, 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 no. I hate when these pop-ups come and you try to get rid of them and they don't go anywhere. I don't need you. Go, 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 go. Request a feature status. All systems are operational. Go somewhere. You blocking the chat? I can't see. Oh no. Ah. All right, there you go. I have to learn how to press all these buttons. Yeah. Yeah. I do love you guys. I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. I feel like the line on the Wizard of Oz when he says, "I do. I 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 do." Ah. Yeah, we're all enjoying your jokes, Serena. They're kind of cute. Yeah, you got some different ones tonight, so they're kind of cute. I was trying to see, I'm making sure I didn't miss anybody's comments. Because I know at one time the chat wasn't going at all, and it just shot past me, and I just wanted to say, all right. If you could turn back the hands of time, would you within the last 10 years? 10. Give me your version of that. because you're a very astute individual when it comes to um, what it was like 10 years ago versus what we're going through today. I missed my window in applying for my LLC. Um, and I also want to try to do the trademark. I missed the window as well. A lot of stuff costs money, money I don't have. Thank you, Shannon. So I'm gonna work. Ooh, excuse me. I'm gonna work on it for 2025 on a few things. So I will be coming over to you and asking your advice. YouTube chat freezes, etc. for me for last week or so. Yeah, mine been doing it on and off. Perk back and playing half of the garlic I had came in at 2:25 in the morning. Okay. Well, if you don't have nothing else better to do and the weather wasn't bad and it cooperated, whatever floats your boat, Serena. But I would only do that during daytime hours so I can see what I'm doing and call it a day. But that's just me. I can't speak for you. Psalms 146 says, within the past 10 years, I should have stayed myself down in Alabama so I could have a big old garden all year round. Temperatures is different from Alabama to where you are at now. I got to close and reopen a lot. um, we're supposed to get rain Sunday night and Monday 1 to 2 inches. Well, it's been raining here all day. It's been dark and cloudy and windy and cold. Yeah. And my computer says heavier rain soon. So that means it's not finished raining yet. And it's going down to 32 degrees. Yeah. But I got all my major plants in the basement right now. My banana plants, my Miwok kumquat, and it's still growing. My lemon, Meyer lemon, is actually blooming and dropping blossoms, and I'm seeing little bitty lemons on the tips. So hopefully they'll go to fruition. My figs have all dropped the leaves. My Chicago fig had a few figs on them. They were small, but they ripened on the inside in the basement. I didn't ate them already. Didn't do a video, but I ate them. So I've been enjoying what's in the basement right now. So hopefully my Miwok kumquats will go to fruition as well as my Meyer lemons, and I can get a chance to taste both of them. I got a couple more plant lights, and I might step up my A game. The plant light that I won from G Mama Grows, I got a special mission for another plant that I want to put underneath that. Um, and I'm actually going to try a little of the hydroponics. I have an arrow garden, and I actually want to try to see if I can grow, but it's going to be after I think he says they start the first week of December. I can't do it until the 9th of December because I'm going to be out of town. So I don't want to start it and then it runs dry and then everything I plant just goes kaput. So I'll wait till I come back, and that way I can uh, be on top of it, keeping the water levels and fertilizer levels on point, what have you. Psalms. Okay, Mary's saying how you miss zone 8A in Mississippi. Okay. Did you bring your lemongrass indoors? It will grow over winter here if you bring it in. It's still outside. Getting all this rain that's happening. I've been cutting it back and giving everybody pieces of it, and they've been enjoying making lemongrass tea. What I was told was by it being a grass, it's considered a perennial, and I don't need to bring it in, that it will come back on its own. If not, I'll just, throw some seeds out there and do it for next year. I'm not gonna sweat because I'm running out of room in the basement. My banana plant's so huge, it's got about 2 or 3 new pups on it, and it takes up a lot of space. So I don't have no room for nothing else. Sylvia says my fig dropped its leaves and are back in another crop of figs. Now, my Black Mission, my Honey Italian, and one other didn't get any figs on this year. My Chicago fig is it's hardy. It's been throwing figs out, but them other three hadn't been doing squat. So since they lost all their leaves, I actually want to trim it back, take some of those cuttings, and see if I can start new fig trees, and then replant them, up pot them, so that they will be ready for next year. So we gonna see. So I planted five bulbs and a clove worth of garlic. The cloves were elephant garlic. Baker Creek donated a lot of garlic. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. The more the merrier. I have problems growing onions. Now, right now, I'm growing red onions. My red onions, they grow like gangbusters. Regular onions, they start off looking like little grass, and then they just fizzle out. My carrots started growing, but now it turned cold. So I don't know if they're going to continue to grow or not. And what else? If I start my celery from starts, my celery will last me 2 or 3 years. I've had celery come back last 2 or 3 years. This year they didn't come back because the deer kept eating it down. And every time it ate it down, it just stunted it that much, and then it didn't come back anymore. It just kind of disintegrated into the soil. So I do have celery seeds, and I actually want to try the wet method with the paper towel, and see if I can get them to sprout, and then go from there. I think I can. I just have to take the time to do so. So yeah. One time I made a detox drink that's called for a clove of garlic, but I used a bulb. A bulb is a lot more than a clove. That's a lot of garlic. Mary Grover for me, 1964, said my lemongrass didn't come back from last year here in Zone 7B, Tennessee. And they call it a grass, and they said it's supposed to come back. So I tell you what, I'm going to break off some of them pieces at the bottom, bring it in, repot it, and see which one's going to make it. I'm going to leave that other half of it outside in the same spot it's in, because it grew there quite happily. And then break off a couple of pieces with the roots and bring it inside and see what happens. If it make it, it make it. If it don't, it don't. I'll just take what I brought inside and put it back outside and keep it moving from there. Carrots can take a freeze. Not sure if they will take your type of freeze. I've had carrots that it snowed on top of them, and I went out and I pushed the snow off of it and pulled up fresh carrots. And they were in a pot, which means the pot could possibly freeze. Whereas in the ground, if I'd have covered them up, they might not have frozen because of the insulation of the leaves and stuff. But I've actually left carrots in a pot, in a 5-gallon pot, and I didn't have any covering over it, no leaves, no mulch, no anything. And I remembered they were out there, and I went outside in the garden and I brushed the snow off and pulled them up, and they were absolutely delicious. They were so sweet, as if the cold actually increased the sugar content in the carrots. Because I was making a old-fashioned beef stew, and you can't cook beef stew without carrots. Now, come on, it wouldn't be beef stew without the carrots, and it was on point. That beef stew was the bomb. Sylvia said, I have another flush of figs too. Okay. Miss J.K. Gardner says, I have to bring in my citrus by next week. I haven't pruned them yet, waiting for December. My lemongrass is outside for the winter. I'm with you. Let's see what it will do. I know that's right. Less stuff I can bring in. Like I said, I done ran out of space. All right. It's like on the other side of I have my own personal washer and dryer in the basement, and it's on the other side. And I got me those tall plant lights from Temu that has the different legs and arms, and that you can twist it and turn it. And I got some over the lemon Meyer lemons, some over the Miwok kumquat. I got one pointed towards the banana plant, and then below is all the figs. So everybody getting a little bit of something. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I gotta catch this. There's another tropical storm in the Caribbean, Tropical Storm Sarah, and it's expected to hit Florida. These tropical storms don't stop. You know, well, I hope the folks in Florida is ready for it. Mary, did you cut all the dead parts off? I cut mine back about 2 inches above the soil. Is that the lemongrass? Well, I'm going to try growing carrots in pots next year. Yeah, well, I got all these new growing bags. So I want to try one. I don't even know how many gallons it is. I know it's more than 5. I think it's 8 or 9 gallons. Grow bags. I had to think of the name. And each bag I want them to be something specific, like maybe one for carrots, one for onions, one for, I got 5, so I can put whatever I want in them. And I want to get a couple of yards of if I keep making some money from my YouTube channel, I can order me a couple of square yards of the humus mixed with topsoil, and I can fill all these bags up. I got a lot of leaves that I can put in the bottom, and I got some sticks, and then I can put some some soil on top, and pretty much grow whatever I want. Yeah. Shannon, I use a 27-gallon tote to grow carrots. I got 2 totes. Me and my girlfriend went to a secondhand store, and I always go back to the section where they have suitcases and all that other stuff, because a lot of times somebody will put pots in there. They didn't moved or died or whatever, and they get a lot of garden pots and stuff that I can get for little to nothing. They had 2 25-gallon totes for $2.25 a piece. I got them totes over there. I didn't put holes in the bottom. I'm ready to fill them bad boys up. I actually want to try some sweet potatoes in those. Sweet potatoes in one, and maybe I did real good with red skin potatoes, and my Yukon did pretty good. So I haven't made up my mind which I'm going to put in the other one. But one I want to put sweet potatoes in for sure. Yeah, they did pretty good. So yeah. I want to put some of my fruit trees in the ground. I already have a Honeycrisp that's in the ground that's over 4 or 5 years, and I get nice, Honeycrisp apples like that. That's awesome. I have people come by, and I was like, just snatch an apple off, and they was like, just take it. I'm like, yeah. And they go and pop it off and bite into it, and be like, oh, this is nice. I was like, yeah, you can't get any more organic than that. So I got a peach tree I want to try in the ground. I got a pink lady I want to put in the ground. I got a medley pear I want to put in the ground. My Alberta peach didn't make it, but I do have a contender peach and a Red Haven peach that's still hanging on. So they get the chill hours here in Ohio. I like to, and they're over 2 years old, 3 years old. So I think if I put them in the ground, I might be okay. But we're going to find out one way or the other, aren't we? What vegetable is measured like diamonds? A carrot. That's cute. I grew sweet potatoes in 17 gallons and 30-gallon grow bags. You know what? I grew my sweet potatoes in a 50-gallon trash can, and I couldn't believe how far down in that trash can those roots ran for those sweet potatoes. Hey, Joshua. Nice to see you, sweetheart. I wish I could grow apples. We only get about 200 chill hours. Yeah, you need more than that. Yeah, we got chill hours. We don't have anything else up here for fruit trees. We got chill hours for cherries, plums, apples, pears, whatever. You can't grow potatoes and onions together because the onions will get into potatoes' eyes and make them cry. Okay, Serena. Backyard Gardening Flow says we don't want no more storms in Florida. My roof has blue tarp up here and my fence is gone. God. So you ain't regrouped from the last ones, huh? I'm sorry to hear that. Oh boy. I tell you, well, like they said, when it rains, it pours, so to speak. I hope it gets better for you. I really do. You know what? I love people keep saying you from the South. Why you still in Ohio? I was like, I was born and raised here. I was made in Georgia, but I got up here and I was born. So I'm a Buckeye. And considering a lot of folks don't like winter, I'm not really thrilled about it, but this is home to me. And after listening to y'all have problems with earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, crocodiles, red ants, tomato, looper, whatever them things are. I don't have them issues here. And I've been dodging the bullet left and right. The only thing I really had to fight is aphids and maybe the vine borer. But other than that, all the and the four-legged critters, I'm not the only one dealing with that. But for the most part, weather-wise, I can deal with it. I'm used to snowstorms, lights going out, not having electricity for days on end. I have a kerosene heater. I have a gas stove. I don't have electric, so I can heat and cook and boil water and all that good stuff. I can actually stick all my stuff out in the snow on the front porch and stay frozen harder than did in the freezer. I haven't lost any food yet. One time I lost food in all the years I've been living. I'm used to it. I know how to deal with it. And it's home. Everybody saying, go back down south. I got folks in Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and I hear about the extreme heat and the floods and the overflowing from the Mississippi and the storms and stuff. I'm good in Ohio. Every once in a while, we might get a tornado on a humble and might even get a little rumble from an earthquake from far away. But for the most part, compared to what some of you guys have, I'm good. Stay right here. I've learned to deal. We don't have extreme heat where we're, like toasty roasty. What's that commercial? Shake and bake. We don't have them issues. It get hot for a good week or two, and then the temperature goes down. Like right now, it's cold and raining. It is what it is, but we deal with it and move on. It's funny what people are willing to deal with and the ones who won't. You know, don't forget about the oh yeah, the killer bees and we had problems with the what did we had the lantern fly, but as soon as it got cold, it disappeared. It didn't like the cold, so wherever it came from, it must have been tropical because as soon as the temperatures dropped, they disappeared without a trace. Like where did they go? All right. I hope they don't go somewhere else where it's warm, and then once it warm back up, they come back, or whether or not they went into hibernation because they were a pest. But hey, Shannon says, Miss Shirley, I agree, but our weather is changing up here. We should be colder, and we've had an alligator let loose in Lake Erie. Yeah, they said the cooler states is going to get warmer, and the warmer states is going to get cooler. I haven't seen quite that yet because between Texas, California, Georgia, and a few other states, they fried this summer. We had some hot days in a week or so here and there, but not like they did. And then once they got cooler, then all their crops started, blossoming, especially peppers. Peppers will shut down until they get to the desired weather, and then they will produce like nobody's business. Serena says, Miss Shirley Gardner, I have asparagus in 20-gallon totes, and this is the third year. When and how should I move them to a garden bed? Whenever you want to. You didn't have it from 3 years. They've already gotten established. But if they're okay in the totes and they keep coming back, why you want to put them in the ground? Have they been producing and you want to put them in the ground, or can you be a little more specific? Because if you had them in the ground for 3 years and you have not yet, in a tote and hadn't put them in the ground, I don't understand the question. If you're gonna move them, you move them in the spring so that they can get established in the ground. And the garden bed is up to you to where you want to put it. Put it in a garden bed that you don't want to put anything else in because they will spread as they mature. That's the best I can tell you on that. And do some research, Serena. If you have the internet, Google it. Got a library? Read a book. It'll give you some ideas. You can find a video on how to grow asparagus. Type that in. It'll show you how and when to transfer and the time of year you need to plant it and how to take care of it. Okay, an ad. Okay, cha-ching. I ain't mad. I take all the ads I can get. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, y'all, it's 2:01. All right, I need y'all to go over to Odom Homestead. It's now active. Thank y'all so much. This Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, Cleveland, Ohio, Zone 6B. Y'all need to go over and give Odom some love. And if you got anything you need to get off your chest, go check them out. Good night, Nikki. Good night, Serena. Good night, girl, dad. Good night, everyone that's in the chat. Please come back and see me next Thursday, the OG Gardner, Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock. I appreciate you all, guys. As I always say, enjoy your day, what's left of it. And y'all come back now. You hear? Go see Odom.